How's it going, everybody, and welcome back. This is Wake Run Collapse, and in today's video I'm going to outline my top 5 Japanese crystal cards. Now, the crystal cards are a very small subset that were released as like ultra rares as a part of Eseries 3, Eseries 4, and Eseries 5, which you can alternatively find as Wind from the Sea. That's number 3. Split Earth is number 4, and Mysterious Mountains is number 5. There were only 9 total Japanese crystal cards released in these sets, and I've decided to outline my top 5. If you've never seen the design before, they're pretty cool. They've got like a really fine glitter, almost like a full art, but it's encased in a regular style card. But I'm going to make a very controversial decision to not recommend that you buy these cards. Obviously, if you love them and you gotta have them, then you love them and you gotta have them. But I find, even when I was collecting them a while back, that they were probably more expensive to procure as single cards than they were worth as an addition to the collection. Some of these cards I really, I offset this by not collecting the best available condition for them, and I settled for excellent or very good condition versions of the card to be able to make it fit my budget. But if I were not so serious as a collector, I definitely would have passed on them, and I hope that you would at the very least consider doing the same, simply because of how difficult it's going to be to find them at a reasonable price. Enough of the preaching, let's go on with the video. At number 5 from Eseries 3, we have the Crystal Nidoking. Now, this is a close decision for me. I nearly included the Crystal Golem in its place, or the Crystal Kabutops, but for some reason this design kind of stands out for me. It was the very first crystal card in terms of set numbering that they ever released, and I don't know, it was just kind of special for me. It's actually the only non-mega popular card that appears on here. At number 4, we've also got from E-Series 3, and it's the Crystal Lugia. It's a nice design, definitely not amongst my favorites for Lugia cards. And I don't know if it's the small window of opportunity that the artist has within this to paint that kind of picture, but it does look pretty epic nonetheless. At number 3, it's the Crystal Charizard. This one is from E-Series 5. Now, as you can probably imagine, this one is going to be terribly expensive to get. I would not be surprised. I actually haven't checked pricing in quite some time, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's in the $200 to $300 range to get in any decent sort of condition. I do like it, though, because this one is different from a lot of other Charizard cards. Maybe it's just because we have the newer ones that we're referencing in our minds as, considered the typical or quintessential Charizard cards. And this one is a little bit softer. It's not meant to be monstrously ridiculous or anything like that. It just kind of paints him as a Pokemon. And I quite like that. And at number 2, from E-Series 4, it's going to be the Crystal Ho-Oh. Speaking of designs that you are not expecting for particular Pokemon, how interesting is it that they relegated Ho-Oh entirely to the left-hand side of the card and gave it this really odd style of artwork? It's very interesting. But I think it really works because of the layout of the card and kind of what they hope to achieve from it. But I think they did really well with it. And we're going to move right on to number 1, and that would be the Crystal Celebi from E-Series 5. I feel that Celebi in general didn't get a lot of great representation as this otherworldly creature, but the little tweaks in the design for this card really brought that out for me. I think it's fantastic. You know, it doesn't take a lot to really create a setting in your card, and clearly the artist was able to do that here without needing the entirety, like a full art in cards that appeared later. Not to say that full arts are weaker or that full arts are better than these particular cards, but the fact remains that you can pretty much do whatever you would like with these types of cards and still be able to be successful with them. Now, amusingly enough, and I'm not sure if this holds true for all of them, but all 5 of these cards here were by different artists. I'm not sure if most of the artists that were working at the time each were granted the opportunity to design one crystal card, but I thought that was kind of cool as well. In any event, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. If you have a different list or different ordering and numbering of the list, please share that in the comment section below as well. I'd love to hear your feedback on it, and I will catch you guys tomorrow for a booster box opening of Rage of the Broken Sky.